Welcome into South Florida Daily. I'm Kate Monahan.
And I'm Megan Hayes. Kate, do you know what today is?
It's Thirsty Thursday.
It is Thirsty Thursday. It's my favorite day of the week.
Me too. We love Thirsty Thursday.
Coming up, we have a great cocktail recipe for you to celebrate Thirsty Thursday with us. And we just really have a packed show, so let's go ahead and dive into all the fun.
We're looking at a new way to grocery shop, outdoors. Frank Licari takes us to an outdoor food forest.
Seaweed can be super annoying when you're swimming at the beach, but we meet a local company that's trying to turn the negative into a positive. But first, we head out on an in-depth nature exploration with James Curry. Here's Wild Connection.
Watching a child see a sea turtle in our outdoor hospital here for the first time never gets old. When they see them, it's almost like watching the same spark that I had, maybe a little bit later in life, not as a child, but the same spark that I had underwater on that reef when I saw my first sea turtle. That's what I see when these children enter to our hospital, learn about the patients, but really just look in those windows and they can't believe that there is this, fairly large animal staring back at them. All these questions come after that. What is this thing? How did it get here? Why is it here? Am I in a zoo and am I in an aquarium? And that kind of opens up this conversation. Well, no, you're in a sea turtle hospital and this is why they're here. And this is what you can do to help make sure that more sea turtles don't come to the hospital, but they stay out in the ocean. Sea turtles serve as an amazing tool to engage people in a bigger conversation about marine conservation and ocean health. They're what we call a flagship species. So, they're that charismatic megafauna. You can't help but love a sea turtle when you see it. The sea turtle is a symbol of ocean health. Unfortunately, we do see a lot of threats that are facing sea turtles, even here in the Palm Beaches, where most folks are pretty familiar with their presence and are conscious of their actions. Some of the primary threats that we see affecting our patients here include, unintentional boater interactions, so strikes from a propeller, interactions with fisheries, so entanglements in monofilament line, or ingestion of hooks from nearby recreation. We also see ingestion of foreign objects, and the big conversation that's happening right now is the ingestion of pollutants, mostly plastics. There's a statistic out there that says not too long from now there's going to be more plastics in the ocean than there are fish. We see these plastics actually pass through the intestinal tracts of our sea turtle patients. These sea turtles, when they come in here, have a personality, and we do get connected to them. I think it's very challenging not to feel connected to this animal, especially one such as charismatic as a sea turtle that has this injury. You know that it can feel, you know that it has the ability to feel pain. So you see these injuries and you can't help but kind of root for them, along their journey in recovery. The first experience that I had here at Loggerhead Marine Life Center with a sea turtle in its natural habitat was through our Turtle Walk program. That first night, what my role in the Turtle Walk program was to be what we call a scout. I was handed a night scope. I did go through a training, of course, but I was handed a night scope. I was handed a red light to only use when absolutely necessary. And I was told that there are guests that are waiting for you to find a sea turtle that is going to successfully make a nest so they can come down and they can see and learn what we know. Believe it or not, I never had the opportunity to see a sea turtle in a natural habitat here. The first sea turtle that I saw was a mother loggerhead. I knew what she was going to do, and I was supposed to radio to somebody something, but I couldn't help but just kind of stare. I grew up here in the Palm Beaches. I went to the beach all the time as a child and as a young adult. I had to pinch myself. I felt like I'd teleported to Jurassic Park times. It was so crazy.
my first thought was, oh, this is incredible. We have to do this. We need to go document this. But then I got to thinking, sea turtles nest at night, and it's really dark at night, and we can't use lights because that would disturb the sea turtles. Well, what if we use invisible light? What if we use light that's at a point on the spectrum that neither you nor I nor the sea turtles can see? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use special bulbs that emit infrared light. And basically, this is light that we can't see. And we have a special camera with a modified sensor that can see that light. So while it's going to be pitch black to us and more importantly to the sea turtles, the camera and you will be able to see everything. And hopefully we'll be able to capture this miracle of nature. James, are you ready? Yeah?
Let's do it. This is where I get a glimpse of Hannah's world.
That's right.
Okay.
So
And
if
this
you-
is the focus, right?
Yep,
Over
that's
here.
the focus ring right at the top.
Got it. So you're just looking for like a small car coming out of the water.
Could be, yeah. Or, you know,
Well, a leatherback would be a small car, right?
yeah, leatherback looks like a small boat overturned on the beach. Oh wait, stop.
What?
So Annie Boat got here and she had an excess of air that was trapped in her intestinal tract, her gastrointestinal tract. And that is a very risky injury or ailment to have when you're a sea turtle, because the more time you spend at the surface buoyant, so there was so much excess gas trapped within Annie Boat's body that she was unable to dive and unable to feed. And being at the surface, not only can she not eat as normally as she would, but it also puts her at tremendous risk of getting hit by a boat, which is something that we definitely don't want to see. When Annie Bo arrived here at the hospital, our rehabilitation team had to work very quickly, had to identify, what was the cause of the buoyancy disorder? Was there a blockage and could we remove it? And fortunately, we could. The best part, of course, and what we all wait for is the release. So, we're not a zoo, we're not an aquarium, we are a sea turtle hospital, and we do release our patients, knock on wood, if all goes well in treatment. And watching the sea turtle return to the ocean after living every day, I mean, we work here, we see these animals every day, and watching through their treatment as they get better, maybe injuries start to fill in, or their blood count starts to normalize. Watching them return to the ocean, knowing what they've been through, is unlike any other feeling as an environmental educator. I think sometimes after spending time in the Sea Turtle Hospital, I do question if I do have hope. We see a lot of injuries and we see a lot of things happening to these animals, but the answer is always that I do. I always circle back to the fact that I do still have hope, and what helps me hang on to that hope is watching people come through our doors and experience education programs, and watching those connections be formed, and knowing that I play a small part in creating those experiences for them. That is what keeps my hope hanging on.
New Kids on the Block has a new single out. The song Kids from the band's upcoming album, Still Kids, is now streaming. To celebrate, we're giving away a super deluxe Magic Summer experience to the New Kids on the Block show, happening here in West Palm Beach. The show is July 20th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. The prize pack we're giving away includes a pre-show meet and greet, one pair of great seats, and the opportunity to watch the first 5 songs from the best spot in the house, on stage. Head to the South Florida Daily Instagram and look for the giveaway post to learn how you can enter for your chance to win. And don't forget, stream the New Kids on the Block new single now wherever you listen to music.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and now, Kate, where can people find us?
YouTube. We have full episodes on our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe and head to southfldaily.com for more information.
The South Florida Daily Set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture.
Visit us online and at all Eldorado Furniture showrooms.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. Something that we all have to deal with from time to time living in South Florida. Seaweed. Seaweed. I love going to the beach, but I hate it when there's so much seaweed. It does drive me nuts sometimes.
And it can smell sometimes too. We're looking at a local company that's trying to turn this negative into a positive. Here's Scuba Nation.
We explore an innovative solution to one of the ocean's greatest natural nuisance, sargassum weeds on our coastlines. As we speak with the founder of Sustainscape Inc., Dennis Dezou, a Palm Beach-based company that converts sargassum weeds into natural fertilizer.
Every summer, the local beaches can experience vast amounts of sargassum weeds accumulating on our beaches. It takes local government hundreds of thousands of dollars every summer to clean and remove the excess that these weeds create so we can all enjoy the beaches in the way that we've always imagined them. Today we go to a local beach to collect sargassum weed from the shore because in no uncertain terms, this time of year is sargassum weed season. To take advantage of this, the Scuba Nation team heads to Palm Beach County to meet with founder of Sustainscape Inc., Dennis Dezou.
The gold, liquid gold.
So he can explain the innovative and environmentally friendly solution to the sargassum issue.
Oh, there we go. There's a wash. That's a good one right there. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's good.
Yeah,
Come on, Jack.
You see that gold texture?
Yeah.
It's mixed in a little bit with the brown, which isn't the worst in the world.
Right.
But the gold is fresh, which is the most neutral. Whoa! And then you wash off the sand.
Like this?
Yeah, that's the stuff. But it's right around this point where I'm like, I'm starting to get hungry for a Cinnabon.
There you go.
The short version of this process is that Dennis and his company collect the sargassum from the beaches, and instead of becoming waste as it currently does with all beaches throughout Florida coast and elsewhere, he converts this otherwise raw waste material into eco-friendly natural fertilizer, which is actually a much healthier and organic product for landscapes. A perfect solution to assist with the health of our oceans.
Here we have what is called biochar. It's actually charcoal made from wood, and it's the essential way to do carbon sequestration. And
Hey, I don't speak Spanish. What does that mean?
that basically means we're trapping CO2 from the air and we're putting it into the soil the way nature intended. Completely sustainable, and it's completely local. It all happens in the southeast United States. Oh boy, this is the liquid vitae right here. That is a bubbling cauldron of organic fertilizer. So it increases plant health naturally for it to be able to defend off pests more easily. But it is not a pesticide. It does not fend off pests. It makes the plant more healthy. To give it higher immunity.
This natural eco-friendly fertilizer serves two purposes. One, it helps rid the ocean of sargassum weed waste that accumulates every year on our beautiful beaches. And two, through this scientific process, it gets converted into a healthy product which can replace traditional chemically based fertilizers to a much more natural alternative.
we're giving away a super deluxe Magic Summer experience to the New Kids on the Block show, happening here in West Palm Beach. The show is July 20th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. The prize pack we're giving away includes a pre-show meet and greet, 1 pair of great seats, and the opportunity to watch the first 5 songs from the best spot in the house on stage. Head to the South Florida Daily Instagram and look for the giveaway post to learn how you can enter for your chance to win.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. It's time to sit back and relax because it's Thirsty Thursday.
Absolutely. And this restaurant has great food to go along with the amazing cocktails. It's Thirsty Thursday, and we're here at Tiki 52, and I'm with owner John. John, tell me about Tiki 52.
We're a local establishment that's been here for years and years and years, but we've had a rehab in the past few years. It used to just be a small little bar with a motel attached. Over the past few years, it's changed into a whole restaurant, live music venue. We really built it up around the community. Also wanted to bring in locals more than ever and invite out-of-town guests.
So tell me about the local emphasis. You mentioned a lot of locals come here, and there's local artists and local drinks. Tell me a little bit about that.
With local drinks and local artists, what we do, again, try to use local products as much as possible. As far as our rum, we use Black Coral rum, which is the only local distillery in this area at all. Ben, who runs it, him and his family have been here for a very long time. I've built relationships with him with previous establishments. So what we've done is we brought his product in here to make sure it does stay local.
And tell me about the drinks that you make with Black Coral rum, or what's your particular drink that's...
So, I mean, with our pina coladas, obviously on the water, people love frozen drinks. So we do a frozen pina colada. We always recommend a floater, which we push Black Coral Black, which is their dark rum. It has a nice depth to it that complements the pineapple and everything else in there. Then there's something called a Rough Seas, which is a little bit of rum, a little bit of fresh lemon juice, some club soda. Love the bartender making it for you guys.
Oh, I needed that.
So tell me more about the distillery and your partnership with Ben and how that kind of came to be.
Ben, just from long-term mutual friends, we became friends. The distillery is near downtown West Palm. When I go on vacation, I try and find local beers, local drinks. I visit distilleries, I visit breweries. He's set that up, between the brewery he has right there to Steam Horse. You can try all his drinks, you can do samplings. He's got a massive craft cocktail list. And he's just an overall good guy. He supports anyone that supports him. He comes through, he gives back to the community. During COVID, he employed a lot of restaurant and service industry staff by making hand sanitizer. So things like that represent a good person, and I only like to deal with people like that. We're using local juices, local rums. We want to keep it as local as possible.
So would you say Tiki 52 is a local hotspot?
It is a local hotspot. Watch the news, watch your Instagram, watch your feeds. Come see some of our musicians. One of our musicians, Ricky Young, every Thursday and Saturday crushes this place.
And what is something that people love here and that's their most favorite thing about Tiki 52?
The environment. We've kept it very Florida appeal. We haven't made a big brick and mortar place. It's a tiki hut. It's on the water. Live music. We've got a very large Caribbean, Bahamian feel. During the hurricane in the Bahamas a few years ago, a lot of Bahamians came over here, and it was helped out. They helped create these recipes: our conch chowders, our conch salad. We have some nice ahi tuna nachos. And then if you get into dessert, our pastry chef does make a rum cake. Can you guess what's in there?
Black Coral rum.
There you go.
And that's what makes it so delicious.
It does. As far as fish dip, which is oddly enough, I see Dalton, my fish dip guy, coming in.
Amazing.
Dalton's actually very local.
Okay.
He's from Okeechobee area. He's from Homeboy Fish Dip.
I love that.
We used to obviously carry a bigger brand that's more nationally known, but Dalton came in, sold us on it, and now it's the only one we carry.
And what kind of fish is
It's
it?
a smoked king mackerel. As you can see, we go through quite a bit of it.
Delicious. I'd like to buy one of those containers. So good.
Homeboy Fish Dip.
Well, can't wait to come back when we're not working.
Please do, but when
Thank
you come back, I have something you have to wear.
Okay, great. Let me see.
I need you to wear this everywhere and anywhere you go.
Absolutely. I love it. My Tiki 52 hat. Perfect. Can't wait.
Well,
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
You're welcome. Come
Thanks,
back.
John. Awesome. Thank you.
We're checking out the Pike Food Forest, where just about everything that goes on this family's dinner table comes right from their own backyard.
I just love that I have a grocery cart going through a forest.
We wanted to start incorporating food that could be fresh on our table and decrease the toxins that were all around us.
Right.
And so we moved here and went we dove into the food forest
Look
adventure.
at all this land.
Exactly. But this is Wani Llama. This plant is very popular in Costa Rica.
What did you just call it?
It's called Wani Llama or Oaxaca mint. You can just crack it open and smell it. This is Ibeca. It's a type of spinach.
Oh.
It's my favorite spinach.
I got it. I like it. Yeah. Can't even operate the grocery cart. Terrible. Not only don't I know what we're picking,
I just kept thinking, why aren't these things in the grocery store? Why aren't we growing locally?
I feel so gypped. Like, you know?
Growing what's easy, what's delicious.
Great.
These types of greens,
Yeah.
they grow without any care.
Oh.
So you can grow them in your backyard, and most people are deficient in the types of nutrients that plants like this will give you.
That's a great explanation. I'm deficient. That's how I feel. I feel very deficient.
Well, let's go to this side, and
Okay.
I'll get some katuk.
Of course. I was gonna suggest we get some katuk.
This is all katuk.
Hi, katuk.
Katuk is called sweet leaf, and it's very high in vitamin K. It tastes like a sweet pea.
It sure does.
Yeah, it's delicious. So I just take all this and I'm
Wow.
just gonna cut it back.
It tastes exactly like a sweet pea.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So it's just a ton of fun. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, hello, chickens. Hi.
It tastes like cucumber.
Oh, wow.
I think the kids ate all my raspberries. This is Seminole pumpkin. It's a native pumpkin. This is star apple. It's not in season right now, but it has a fruit that tastes like custard. Sure.
Can I move in?
This is very natural and it's very relaxing because there's a wildness to it. So when we have guests, when we give tours, when we have children over, just seeing their disposition change.
Yeah. Eating from something you've grown is one of the most satisfying things.
Yes, I mean, it gives a feeling of continuity and of life. It's a lot of fun, you know, it's just...
You have absolutely blown my mind.
Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of South Florida Daily. Don't forget to give us a follow on social. We're on Facebook and Instagram at SouthFL Daily.
And if you're worried about missing an episode, you don't have to worry any longer because full episodes are on our YouTube channel. Head over to southfldaily.com for more information. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here at noon tomorrow on Fox 29.